To me, Derby Days is not only a time to spend time with fellow fraternities and sororities throughout the campus and have fun, but it's also a time to raise money for Huntsman Cancer Institute. And to be able to do that while having fun at the same time is just an experience that you're never going to forget.
So Derby Days is a week-long of events that we as Sigma Chi's do to raise money for the Huntsman Cancer Institute. We get the whole school involved, whether it's sororities, whether it's just other clubs on campus, some other fraternities involve themselves with us as well too.
Whether that's through sharing links or doing funny dares that they dare the brothers to do. A popular one is shaving heads, so they'll donate money to Huntsman, and based on the amount, the brother will do the dares.
Brothers learn more about each other. We come closer as an organization, but we get closer as a campus community. People learn more about us, we learn more about them. We see that cancer not only affects us as individuals, but it affects us as a community.
Derby Days is a very important week for us, seeing as cancer has affected a bunch of our guys in a whole lot of different ways, whether it's family members, friends, siblings, parents. But it's a really cool thing to get together, have a blast while we're raising money and fighting for a great cause at the same time. So the Huntsman Cancer Institute is in Salt Lake City, Utah, founded by John M. Huntsman, who watched his mom pass away from cancer at a young age, and he looked at her grave and he said, "I am going to put an end to cancer." And that's why we as Sigma Chi's are the generation that had cancer. All the donations that we get during our Derby Days and during the year that we raise, each year that we raise money, goes directly to Huntsman to start a new research project on cancer. Recently, we had to make a new pledge because back when we pledged 11 million at first, we hit that goal very quick. And in 2019, we pledged another 20 million for Huntsman to open up the new women's breast cancer research.
So our goal for this year is to raise $20,000, and since our creation in 2009, the Lambda Epsilon chapter has raised over $100,000 towards Huntsman Cancer Institute.
I've personally been affected by cancer because I had lost my grandfather a few years back, and I have known many families that have experienced similar pain due to loss from cancer.
My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was in high school. It was lucky because they caught it at stage 1, and it was thanks to the Stanford Hospital and the health care that she was provided with, the mammograms and all of her treatment, that she was able to make a full recovery. But raising for philanthropy still is very meaningful to me because some others aren't as fortunate.
Cancer's affected me in a bunch of ways. In the 8th grade, I lost my best friend Casey to osteosarcoma. Growing up, you love to have your close-knit friends, you love to always hang out with them, and lose a friend at a very young age, it's horrible, and cancer, took her away at too young of an age. I lost my Uncle John a few years back. He was such a big role model in my life. Another thing, cancer just always, takes away too early, too fast. Life is too quick for everyone. You gotta take every moment for granted. I lost countless cousins, a lot of people in my life that I knew to cancer.
5 years ago, I lost my dad to lung cancer. Before that, when I was in about 3rd grade, so I was like 7 years old, he was diagnosed with bladder cancer. I was too young to really know what that meant. All I knew was that, my dad was sick and something had to happen for him to get better. And he beat it. He got through it. It took a huge toll on all of us, but he beat cancer, and it was incredible. So a couple years before he had ended up passing, he was diagnosed with lung cancer. And at that point, I was old enough to know what was going on. And, it just hit me and my twin brother, hit us really hard. Knowing what he had gone through the first time and actually being able to grasp how tough it was, we understood, and we knew that it wasn't going to be an easy fight. And it was a good fight. He fought. It took a couple years. I don't remember exactly how long anymore, but it was a long time. I remember the last time he was in the hospital. It was about a week before he had ended up passing. But at that point, we had just become kind of used to him being in there. And, we just kind of expect it to be like all the other times, you know? He would go in and then he would get better. He was easily the strongest person I've ever known because of all he went through. And sorry. You know, everything he did for his family. And then April 1st, 2016 was that was the day.
Casey Ridgway, my Uncle John,
My grandfather, Stephen Roney.
My mom.
My dad, Sean O'Keefe.
Joe Eisenhart.
Frank Weinstein, Jack Malone, Olive Hill.
My Aunt Dana, my Uncle Mike.
Both of my grandmas, my grandpa, my aunt, another aunt, my uncle, and my dad, Ken Faustini.
To say I'm proud of an organization of men that put so much work into raising money for the Huntsman Cancer Institute is a complete understatement. I'm completely honored for all, my brothers and brothers all over the world that raise money every year, every day for Huntsman Cancer Institute, because we are the generation to end cancer.
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 We are the generation to end cancer.